Hey Spartans, Red Spartan here. So we're going to talk about the Arcane School today. But first I want to say that if you like my videos, hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell if you want to get future notifications of all the videos I'm going to give out. Leave a comment on what the next video you want to see be. I will give out these videos as soon as I basically know what you guys want to know, and or weekly videos that I think of on my own. But let's dive into the Arcane. The three classes that are in Arcane are Arcane Mender, Chronomancer, and Elementalists. First, we're going to look at Arcane Mender. So the number one skill is called Guardian Sprite. It applies a damage shield to target ally or yourself for up to 1,000 damage and increases bonus healing received by 50% over 6 seconds. It's pretty good for healing. I would have to note that the Arcane Mender is labeled as a support class, so a lot of these skills are going to show that. Purification is the next skill. It's the number 2 skill. Removes all debuffs from target or yourself, then prevents new applicants, or new applications, I guess you'd call it, for 9 seconds. Then we got Transcendent Blast. It says transference of accumulated power into the magic blast, dealing, and then it gives a certain threshold of damage to the target enemy based on Transcendent Blast stacks. Transcendent Blast stacks accrue every, then it gives another threshold of healing done and applied damage shield consumption, stacks consumed on use. So that, I'm guessing that would intertwine with your healing and your shields. Then we got their ultimate. Let me scroll up here. The ultimate is heal. And it says instantly heals target, ally, or yourself for 1,500 damage. All these numbers I label off can be changed. We are in alpha, so I might just read what the ability is going to do and leave the numbers out of it. And then we got for the right click, we got Mending Wave, which says heals yourself and all allies in a line for 400 health. And then it has a passive. I'm guessing all right clicks have a passive, and the passive I'm guessing it gives you 500 health. So let's move on to the Chronomancer. So the first skill for the Chronomancer is haste. It says haste target friendly and yourself by 20% for 8 seconds. That's pretty good. That's going to be for your beacons and for your collection objectives. You're going to want to haste people. So that's a really good support. This also, I think the Chronomancer is a specialist, so it's going to be like that. It's a specialty. You're increasing a skill. You're increasing people's speed for a special thing that they would need it for. It's not going to be an always thing, but it's going to be something that we definitely need that in this now. Move on to the next skill. Temporal Field. All allies are slowed for 35%. I'll leave the numbers out by percentage and take up to blank damage for up to 15 seconds in the area. Buff and debuff durations are altered. That's kind of cool. So you're able to. So I wonder if debuffs would be increased on you, or I guess it would be on them. So it's only enemies. So you could, but their buffs on them would be increased also. That's kind of cool. Kind of it's a pick or choose. Yeah, this guy's been buffed, but we have a lot of debuffs on him. We want to really increase all this by 35%. All right. We got Chrono Leap. Leaps into the future, avoiding damage and cleansing debuffs. Re-emerge with this timeline on second activation. Lasts up to 5 seconds. So basically, that's a good way to get rid of stuff on you, and or get out of roots and stuff like that. It's just a good debuff thing altogether, and maybe even damage too. So when the big boss guy pulls everyone in to do a major blast, you're able to avoid that with Chrono Leap. That's kind of cool. We got Cease Continuum, which is the ultimate for the Chronomancer. It says slow all enemies and projectiles to a near complete stop for 60 seconds. Debuffs and buffs durations are altered. That's kind of cool. It's kind of it's a better version of the Temporal Field, obviously, because it says to a complete stop. So I'm guessing the percent is 95% or 90% and above. But 60 seconds as well, that's a long time. I don't really see when I watch streams people staying on an objective for very long. First, I would say 60 seconds is the longest I've seen people hit an objective. Once it starts to reach longer than 60 seconds, then you got the Veil Demon being the pretty much coming to be the winner. I've seen people win like last second on the board. But let's move on. Then we got the signature spell, which is the right click. It channels a beam for up to 10 seconds, dealing, I guess, a channel damage and stacking 12 seconds slow every 1.25 seconds to a maximum of 60%. So I'm seeing a lot of slow from this guy. So I'm guessing like you can mix, like if you want certain things with your healers, because the other two are supports. But let's move on to the Elementalist. So the Elementalist is a support. The role is labeled as support, although I'm seeing a lot of damage things on here, but there is a lot of support things on here as well. Mostly support. But like I said, each school can be damage. I'm guessing with the Arcane school, you would go with like damage / debuffs / slows if you wanted to go with like the DPS route. But with the heals, you would probably go either all out healing or healing / like cleansing. But we got the number 1 skill, which is Meteor. I've heard people say that this is a very niche skill. Like the delay on the Meteor is quite significant. But we'll just read it. So summons a massive meteor at target location, dealing 300 fire damage and applying burn. Burn deals 250 fire damage plus 100 fire damage per additional stack over 10 seconds. I wish the skill kind of said what the delay would be, but I'm guessing the delay... Well, if it said the delay... I know the delay could be altered by equipment that increases your cast time, I'm guessing. So, but to be able to have that number in front of us, we could be able to theory craft better. We got Aqua's Globe. I probably said that wrong, but oh well. Summons a dome at target location, which blocks incoming projectiles and increases damage resistance of allies inside by 20%. That would be good. Like you want to heal, like it's kind of like a oh crap like thing where like everyone's like taking crap damage or major damage, not really crap damage, and you just want to increase their damage resistance and then heal them back up. That's kind of cool. Quake. Summons an earthquake at target location, which deals 100 damage and an additional 180 damage and medium impact over 10 seconds in the area. I don't really know what the extent of medium impact is yet. I haven't dived into the game myself. I've only watched streams and videos, but I watched a lot of them. But I would be interested to find out what that means exactly. Elemental Quintessent, which is the ultimate, revives and heals all nearby allies for 650 health plus 200 or 625 health over 6 seconds. That's really cool. The problem with that though is that you're running into basically I would like throw this healer together with teams that don't know what they're doing. Like to utilize that ultimate like to its full extent, like you being like the guy who's gonna live at the end of it, and then you just like pick everyone back up. I'm like, let's continue. But we're probably gonna see a lot of like pro teams. I would say pro teams in a way where people like know what they're doing and they have their builds like out to what exactly they want to be done. We're probably gonna see a lot of those teams not running this because they're going to have their selves intertwined in a way where they're going to work better together. They're probably not going to die as much, but that is going to remain to be seen because we also have the Veil Demon, which we could have some pretty mean Veil Demons out there. I want to find out more information about the Veil Demons and how you can intertwine their skills, but I could see some pretty mean ones going out there where this might actually be a good, like, almost a staple skill, but not a staple skill. We'll see. But the right click, which is a signature spell, applies a damage shield to target ally or yourself for up to 1,000 damage over 5 seconds. Cooldown is reduced by 1 second for every 65 damage soaked. And then the passive is 500 health also. That's really good. The cooldown is 15 seconds, I think. What is this guy's cooldown? So the Arcane Mender's cooldown is 20 seconds, but it gives bonus healing. Um, yeah, so we're just gonna see like this is a one skill, and then this is a right click skill. You can almost see both those on there. You could see like the guy just being like shielding people to a point, and then like you can shield one guy and then shield another guy. You know, shield one guy with your guardian sprite, and then shield another guy with your glacial armor, and then healing in between, right? Because you got okay, can't really heal with those. This is a damage resistant. You could put that on there. I guess you would just have to save your heal to be your ultimate, but then you'd only heal one. We got 2 charges of this ultimate though. Sorry, school. You got 2 charges of the Mending Wave, which is from the Arcane Mender. That's actually pretty good. I don't know what the cooldown. It doesn't say the cooldown. I guess it's NA right now, but it's gonna be interesting to see the different skills. So to talk further into the skills, like I think you could swap out the designated spots. So I think what it is like all your one spot skills, like that's what you could swap out. So like if you want haste, you would have to swap out Guardian Sprite, or if you want meteor, you would have to swap out Guardian Sprite. But if you want like temporal field, you would only have to swap out purification. I'm thinking that's how it is. I don't know for sure. I haven't dived into it myself, but from what I've seen, that's what people are looking at. They're looking at swapping out these specific keys. Like the skill is designated to that key, and you're swapping out other skills that are designated to that exact key. But we'll have to see what happens. But that's an in-depth guide and or overview of the Arcane field. Thanks you guys so much for coming by and commenting and subscribing and giving some feedback. If you want to lay out what the next video should be, comment down below. Let me know. I want to know what you guys want to see, and I will probably give that out as soon as possible. I want to stay on top of these videos as well as I can. Thank you guys so much for being here. Peace.